Welcome back to That's Not Lego, everybody, right here on the Gatorbox channel. The show where we build boot Lego and we just talk about it and shoot the shit and clown on it, and you guys know how it is. So we've done like a couple dozen of these by now, so you guys know like what to expect by now. But I'm still going to pull a fast one on you because the set I have today comes with a bit of a surprise. It's a wind-up Lego set. So buckle in for that because I have 3-in-1 dinosaur block kit from a company called Ankyo. Like, hey Ankyo alien. That's a bit of a stretch, but that's what I'm going with. As you can see, inside the box, there's a clear cutaway in this box, so they can show off that it comes with a wind-up toy. So I guess this is a shuffler. It walks because here's the thing we're building. It's got lasers coming out of it, but these lasers aren't quite lined up with like the guns on its side, and this one's coming through the dinosaur's neck, so they just applied a couple of light beams without any care about where they belong, or object layering, I guess. You know, just these bootleggers get lazier and lazier. But they went through the effort of giving us a window into hell up here, so, you know, whatever. This one actually still has a price tag on it. I spent $5 on this, and this is a Dollar General price tag, so that's where this one came from. Don't remember when I bought this. Don't know if they'll still have them at Dollar Generals, so your mileage may vary. But if you're seeing this and you're just like, man, I really want to get my hands on a dinosaur 3-in-1 block kit, you know where to look. We flip it over on the back. It's called 3-in-1 because it rebuilds into 3 models. And I gotta say, this is something of a stretch. Because here's the main model, an amphibious taneystropheus, which I don't know if that's actually the name of a real dinosaur. They could have picked an easier to pronounce one. Maybe a dinosaur people have heard of. Maybe, I don't know. But it also rebuilds into an amphibious chariot and an amphibious bulldozer, because they make those. This looks nothing like an amphibious bulldozer. This looks nothing like amphibious chariot. Then again, I don't know why they say amphibious for all of them. If, you know, I feel like this is like lowest common denominator. Like when you're multiplying and dividing fractions, how you can take away like a common factor. If they're all amphibious, you don't need to tell us that. That can just be implied. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be, but we're not going to build that. This is a dinosaur kit, so we're going to be building the dinosaur. I've already got this one opened up. There we go. And now comes the time of trying to get... Look at this. This is... All of this insert is just for the thing that is... the wind-up toy thing. And oh my god, are you kidding me? It's zip-tied in there. They zip-tied. Will my X-Acto blade cut through a zip tie? Okay, yeah, it will. I was about to say, Jesus Christ, you're that worried about someone stealing your precious wind-up box that... Okay, what is... Oh, it doesn't walk, the neck moves. That's what we got. Okay, so Emporio has done some fact-checking for us, and he has determined that a taneystropheus is a real dinosaur, long neck boy that does swim, has a pretty tiny body. So, we know they're not making it up. Oh, look, they gave us instructions for the dinosaur. And on the back, they gave us instructions for the other abominations. They look pretty shitty. Oh boy. You know, that's the thing with building so many of these bootleg sets. You tend to get an appreciation for those that actually spend time on making their assembly instructions somewhat coherent. And this ain't it, Chief. I see what they're trying to do, but they're moving too many pieces at once during the steps. They're showing you how to attach like 7 things to one thing, and they're just using a bunch of arrows. Looks like a really bad patent drawing is what it looks like. Warning, to avoid danger of suffocation, dispose of this bag, keep it away from kids, whatever. Looks a lot more neon green in the picture. This looks kind of sickly green. This is a very pea soup kind of green. Pieces are got some odd kind of streaks on them. They feel... Nothing on the studs this time. The edges aren't that sharp. They just feel, they feel kind of light. Like they're made out of like a cheaper plastic than Lego. It's not as substantial. Yeah, they feel light. That's the most I can say about them. So, okay. First things first, we're going to be building the head. Which means we need, Oh, wait a second. Look, we got one. We got one. We got a piece with some make and model stuff stamped on it. 83 NJF14, made in China. Of course it's made in China. Where else would it be made? Okay, this is the head. Then we need to put... Ooh, these pieces, they don't... Those studs are not very grippy. They don't seem to want to hold together very well. These pieces very easily come apart. A couple of red dots for the eyes. The usual... Go in. I don't want to go in. It's not malformed. It's just tricky. Oh man. These pieces don't want to go together. Wow. That is jank. I feel like these pieces are never coming apart now that I've put them together. Because the force required to put them together, these red dots are never going to come off. Ever. Ever. Where's okay, there's step 3. I'm looking, like, go step 1, 2, 4, 3, 8, 5, 7, 6, 9. They're all out of order. Alright. Ooh, this piece is pretty thin. That's not a piece that's built to last. Ew. Ew. Let's see. Maybe one of these pieces. Then one of the gripper pieces. Oh, man. Ow. Ooh. That clipped my fingernail as I was trying to put it on. Okay. One of these... Then we put a couple of these grabby pieces on. Then we put a couple of these toe claws on. Dinosaur has 2 claws per foot. I don't know if that's the way this dinosaur actually looks or if that's just a simplification for the sake of this bootleg Lego set. But, yeah, there's one. So far out of all the bootleg Lego sets we've built on this show, this is the one that feels like the pieces might actually break when I try to put them together. Like if I use too much force that these little grabby pieces are just going to come apart. Like this is the one that actually feels like it. It's mostly just these clasp pieces that feel like they're going to break apart. Alright. Ew, there's some schmutz on that piece. Well, good news is, so far they haven't shortchanged us any pieces yet. We've got all the pieces for the feet. So that's steps 2 and 3 done. Now it's time for step 4. We're going to need these 4x4s. With this big flat 2x6, and I think we're putting it... Ooh, man. That doesn't feel good. Nope. It's kind of warped, actually. Yeah, the pieces are kind of warped. It's hard to tell. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's not exactly straight flat across. I think they go 2 studs in. There's the dinosaur's legs done. Very, underwhelming. More clasping pieces. More chances for something to break. Ooh. Little sliver of plastic came off right. Yeah, that didn't want to stay in, did it? That's no good. That's no bueno. Okay, let's not push our luck with this. What is this? Am I doing this in the wrong order? Okay. Let's put that down. I think I just did step 8 on accident. That's what, well, step 8 is like, the diagram is like looped around, making a letter C around step 5. Fucking hell. Making what is quite possibly the world's ugliest dinosaur tail. There's like a motorcycle seat. Like this is the end of the tail. There's like a motorcycle seat, and then like like another attachment right here. We've seen pieces like this in some of these sets before. When we did the Make It blocks Sydney Opera House, we had a bunch of pieces like this that we tried to make heads or tails of. Okay, so this goes... Where does this go? This goes right here. Just tail just sticking off the back. Sure. So we are tilting this on the side. Don't let the key get in the way. Just like this. Oh, hang on. We got to put more of these fucking wing pieces on. Okay. Yeah, those pieces don't want to clip together. These silver pieces appear to be formed out of a different kind of plastic, or it's a different mixture to make it slightly metallic, and the studs don't want to line up. Oh yes, the Made in China piece. the piece of quality. Seems strange, but this build is like almost finished. Doesn't feel like... What are these laser guns for? Is it like a future dinosaur? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Alright. This goes on here. And then this attaches onto here? Like that? Doesn't feel like it went on at all. Okay, I think that's it. I think we've built our dinosaur. Look at him go. Can we bend the tail down to... Oh, no, that just feels like it's going to snap right. Yeah, I'm actually bending the piece off the rest of it. So the tail, the tail and back just juts out and hovers off the floor. So you can't bend it down because the little clasp pieces that clamp on around the bar beneath them, they vehemently do not want to bend. Bending them feels like you're breaking the piece, which is why I was so concerned that putting like the head and neck together that I was like, man, this is gonna snap something if I'm not careful. So I was paranoid about that, but now I'm sure you guys want to see what the end result of our labor looks like. And I'll be more than happy to show you. We just wind this up. Girlfriend. And it's dead. Just like that. Well, check this out. Look, there's a secret trick you can do. Hubba hubba. Okay, the motor is not strong enough to make it twerk. So much for that gag. It looks like a dinosaur. It does. I don't know why there's laser cannons on the side of the dinosaur. I feel like those were added at the end after they made this together. They're like, okay, we need something to really take it to the next level. I know, laser guns. We can put lasers on the front of the box. And this is... I only spent $5 on this. It's not a bad deal for $5. I criticized the color of the pieces when we started. I said they looks like a much more vibrant green in the instructions, and it does. It looks it looks a lot brighter. I said this is more like a pea soup kind of green. This is a your mother sucks cocks in hell color of green. It's kind of gross, but dinosaurs weren't neon green. They were probably more along the lines of like your uglier greens and browns. So this is probably better of a color in the long run of things. That said, I'm still not enthused about it. I'm not thrilled. I think if I took the laser guns off, I'd probably be, you know... Oh shit, now it's just taking the rest of the pieces off with it. Okay, never mind. Forget I did that. Is it worth $5? Well, the set is a little bit difficult to put together. The instructions are laid out in a really weird way. Numerically, they don't really go in order. There's not a coherent flow to the instructions. So you have to really pay attention to it. But if you're paying attention, it seems to not be that hard to put together. So I guess I was quick to jump on the gun and say, you know, it's total crap. The piece quality leaves a lot to be desired. Some of these pieces, when I was putting them together, namely like the two little red dots up in the head, when I got those put on the bottom of the head, I'm like, yeah, those are never coming off, because they didn't want to go on too well, and when I put the piece on underneath them, I feel like I just permanently cemented them in there for all of eternity. It just feels really tight, like the bottoms of the pieces weren't molded correctly, they weren't molded perfectly, so the studs had to like bend the plastic as I put them on, and that was like, yeah, those are never coming apart ever again. You could try to take them out with your teeth, they'd probably shatter and break, and then cut up your gums, and then you look like a fucking idiot. You know, one time, speaking of that, one time I was eating chips, I was eating Doritos, and I took a bite of a chip, and it stood up perfectly in my mouth, and I bit down on it, and it got me in the gum. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to enjoy my nacho cheese ears. Why do you have to make it complicated? This is not my day. Then I went and drank some Pepsi Blue, because that's about how long ago this was. Anyways, that's your Dollar General. What was it called? Ankyo? It's only $5. It looks like a dinosaur. You can leave the guns off if you don't want to put them on. I put them on because I was following the set instructions, so that's a moot point to bring up. It's a bad criticism. I'll say that. It's all right for the money. We have definitely opened far worse sets on this show, and this is one that, while it's not going to go with my official Lego T-Rex that Just LSD bought for me a while back, this will be something that maybe finds its place on the Gatorbox shelf behind me whenever it comes time to reorganize them and freshen up what's on the shelves behind me. Because this, you can tell what it is when you look at it, and that says a lot about the set quality, because oftentimes we've built stuff like that Best Lock rocket chair with the propeller on it. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? This looks stupid as hell. I can't tell what this is. But this, you can clearly say that's a dinosaur. You might not be able to identify it as a tanystropheus, but you can definitely say that's a fucking dinosaur. Okay? So that's all I've got for you for this installment of That's Not Lego. I'll see you guys in the next one. Give me, hey, for the YouTube algorithm and engagement, guys, hit that like button for Tanystropheus. If we got any Tanystropheus fans in the house, let's show that dinosaur what Gatorbox is all about. Thanks for checking out this video by Gatorbox. To see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. You can also support this project financially at patreon.com/Gatorbox. You can also follow us at twitch.tv/Gatorbox to catch us live every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time for our main show. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.